Okay, good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. I hope everybody's feeling incredible this morning. My name is Hazik Ali, and I'm a self esteem development fanatic, starting with my own. I'm a revenue acceleration coach. That's just big SAT words for saying I help you make more money with your business. Every single morning, we're here to help you go further, faster, with less effort. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a servant leader, if you are a salesperson, you're in the exact right place. Every week, every single Monday, we put out a newsletter that is the best in the land. If you haven't enrolled in it yet, we want to suggest you do that. All you do is go to millionaireminded.com and put your name and your email in a box, and it will subscribe you to the world's best newsletter. It's called Entrepreneurship. And yeah, man, I do believe that you're gonna really enjoy this. If you have never had a newsletter that was just talking to your entrepreneurial heart, your entrepreneurial spirit, this is your shot. Appreciate that, Kim Connor. Kim Connor showing love this morning. Appreciate it. Hey, share this with somebody, man. Share this with an entrepreneur. Right now it's check-in time. For the first couple minutes every single morning, we have you rep your city. Like, where are you checking in from? What kind of business do you have? And check it out. How does it help people? We know businesses really just exist to solve problems, right? So how does the business that you do help others? How are you paying rent to live here on planet Earth? Another Ali, Muhammad Ali, he said that service is the rent we pay to live here on planet Earth. How do you pay your rent, baby boy? How do you pay your rent, baby girl? You know? What's up, Cindy? Good morning. How you doing? My man Daryl is in the house. Digital Daryl's in the house. That means KC is in the building. Let them know where you're from. My man Mark Arnold checking in. Let's go, Iona. Let's go. Yuli made it in a little bit late this morning. Yeah. What's up, Kendra? Good morning. Good morning. So if you visualize already, if you mess with visualization, can you throw it in the comments real quick? What's up, Larika? Miss Kim Connor, Miss Mandy's in the house. April Shepherd is in the building. Let's go, April. What's up? Glad y'all feeling good. Dr. Marilyn made it in this morning. Good morning, millionaires. Let them know, man. Greet your people. What's up, Tina? What's up, Gwen? Morose is in the house. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all ready to make it happen this morning? Y'all ready to make this a day to remember right here? Because check it out, man. If you really think about it, if you really like choose to put yourself in a place where you will embrace some of these superpowers you got. You know, you have 6 different faculties of the mind. You got will, you got intuition, you got perception, you got reason, you got memory, and you have imagination. This morning, what we're going to talk about is visualization. So if you're down with that, please give us a like real quick. Like it like you know you're going to like it. You know what I mean? I have a feeling you're going to learn something powerful this morning. I have a feeling if you are with it, you could learn something this morning that could change your life. If you understand the power of visualization, you can build a positive attitude. If you understand the power of visualization, you can condition your mind to accomplish your goals on autopilot. It's insane. Visualization is a game changer. Y'all know about this? Y'all know about our affirmation and visualization coloring book? This thing is amazing. Sometimes I talk about the fact that like I never even rode in a Bentley before I bought one. But look what I've been staring at for years, like undercover this thing. And then my daughter is like, Daddy, that house on the front looks just like the houses in your neighborhood. My house don't look like that. Like I don't have pillars in front of my house and what have you. But my best friend does. So that's crazy, you know. But anyway, that's what we're going to talk about this morning. Visualization. Why does this stuff work? These visualization coloring books are out cold. It got affirmations on some of the pages like, I am unstoppable. And you see the lions running from the elephant and stuff like that. But you got image after image that's just out cold. Like, look at that. Imagine if that was the entrance to your house. And then on each page, you got these note pages and whatnot. It's out cold. But how does visualization work as well? If I had my original vision board in here, you would see this wild picture of these two people on an elephant. It's like you see the woman on this elephant in the front, and then the man is on the elephant. You know, it looked like such a romantic picture. And I put that on my vision board, right? Because I was like, yeah, me and my wife at the time, we gonna do something like this, ride on elephants and stuff. Yo, do you know, probably 2 years later, we're in India. We get into an argument. She gets on the elephant and just takes off. I end up having to get on the elephant right behind it. Boom, vision board came to life. You got to be careful what you put on these vision boards. Do y'all hear me? You got to be careful what you put on these vision boards. All right, so we're about to get started with this thing. But do me a favor, y'all. Share this with somebody. What's up, George? My man George Jackson is in the house. Check it out. Share this with a couple entrepreneurs and like this thing, because visualization is an incredible tool for you to achieve success in life. If you understand the power of visualization, if you understand the tools and the techniques that allow you to visualize, you can condition your mind. You can literally construct a positive attitude. You can make it so that your goals, your dreams start to come true on autopilot. Do you hear me? So if we're going to do this, then we got to understand the power of visualization. Like, what is visualization? Visualization is the power to imagine, y'all. Visualization is the ability to see your future where what you seek to achieve has already been accomplished. Somebody give it to me in the comments. It's already done. Somebody give it to me in the comments. It's already done. You know, we're told that a people without vision perish, right? We're told that a people without vision perish. What you got to understand is that you always are dealing with certain visions. It's just most of us are caught up in the anxiety of the result that we don't want instead of the anticipation of the result we do want. You're always visualizing. You're always visualizing. You're always picturing some sort of result from the stuff that you're doing. A lot of us procrastinate because we're picturing the angsty anxiety of the result that we fear instead of the joyful anticipation of the reality we want to attract, the reality we want to live. I don't know if you've ever heard that every battle is won twice. First in the mind and then second in reality. That means you got to have a mental kind of like toolkit. You got to have a mental script first. You got to have a mental blueprint first. And then the real one will, everything around us started with an idea. I don't care if you're talking about this smoothie blender I used this morning. I don't care if you're talking about this box of Kleenex and how you can pull out one and another one. I don't care if you're talking about this business card holder, right? I don't care if you talk about this chair that I'm sitting in. Everything around you appeared from an idea. Your mind is constantly churning out thoughts, whether you like it or not. And when you visualize, what you're doing is taking your sovereign right to control your thoughts. You got 3 things you can control: your time, your tongue, and your thoughts. Somebody give me this in the comments, right? The price of greatness is responsibility for your thoughts. That's Winston Churchill that said that. The price of greatness is complete responsibility over your thoughts, absolute responsibility over your thoughts. And when you visualize, what happens is the internal chatter starts to slowly disappear. And then from there comes the internal calm. The calm gradually surfaces and washes over you. It clears the clutter from your mind. It starts to provide clarity to your thoughts. Once you're in this sort of state, suddenly you're able to control your mind. Suddenly you're able to control your life. Am I making sense to somebody out there? And here's another wild thing. Research shows that the people who practice visualization, millionaires, they have a higher probability of building their habits. They have a higher probability of achieving their success. Some people use the word manifest. I think it's been overused lately. It gets people thinking that all you got to do is think about it and it appears. That's not how it works. But what you can do is visualize yourself coming home and making those phone calls for your business. You can visualize yourself right now and what you're going to do at lunchtime to grow your income. You can visualize right now how the interaction is going to go with the new people that just showed up to your job. You can visualize right now how it's going to go on date night with you and your boo thing. when you planning to go out maybe this weekend or tomorrow night or next week or next month, you can visualize it in advance. And what will happen is it'll start to rewire your consciousness. It'll start to rewire your connections. It'll start to change your habits. It'll start to reorient your conscious, reorient your subconscious thoughts. It'll reorient the processes that you're dealing with. It'll start to eliminate bad habits. It'll eliminate distraction. It'll enhance your concentration. It strengthens your subconscious mind. This is what helps you dream bigger. This is what serves as that internal motivation, that internal guidance system. This is what develops your power to focus. Do you know right now, you as a human being are up against a goldfish when it comes to attention span? They say the average goldfish has about 8 seconds of focus. You got about 7 or something like that. It might be vice versa. Either the goldfish has 7 and you have 8, or you have 8 and you have 7. Why am I sharing that with you? So you know you got a superpower if you'll force yourself to sit there and color. You'll force yourself to just sit there and color in your, you know what I mean? Just the image. What if you had your children just coloring in their dream board? You know what I mean? Where they're just forcing these images into their mind and whatnot. That's what you're doing when you're visualizing. You're making it so you're aligning the outside world with your inside world. It aligns your physical print to your mental print. Am I making sense to somebody out there? Am I making sense to somebody out there? Most people do not have a routine that allows them to build their concentration. Most people do not have a routine that allows them to create more focus capacity, the ability to focus. What if you could stay focused for 10 minutes and your competition can only stay focused for 5? Would that be of help to your life? Would that make it so that you're destroying everybody else in your industry? Check it out, y'all. I told you a couple of days ago, I was watching this documentary from Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's one of the most famous visualizers that maybe you know. You know what I mean? Arnold Schwarzenegger talks about how incredible the mind is all throughout this documentary. He even breaks down like how when his brother died, when his father died, he was talking about how he was able to, it's a really incredible documentary. It's a 3-part documentary. The first one focuses on Arnold, the actor. Arnold, the athlete. I don't know if y'all know, he won Mr. Olympia 13 times in a row. Now, Mr. Universe means you're the best in your little world right here. Mr. Olympia is all the Mr. Universes all competing to see who's the Lord of Lords in that world. You know what I mean? This dude, Arnold Schwarzenegger, won that joint 13 times in a row. So first it focused on him, the athlete. Then after that, it went to him, the actor. Do I have to tell you how amazing it is that this skinny kid from Austria with this really thick accent ends up being an American movie hero? Do you know how unlikely that is? Do you know how many people told him you're never going to make it? You know how many people laughed at his first movie, which was something like Hercules in New York or something like that? And they were laughing at his facial expressions because he only had one the whole movie, right? So what did he do? He left there, starts taking English classes. Oh, did I mention he was a millionaire in the 70s off buying real estate and stuff like that? All because he decided that his mind was his biggest muscle. He decided that, yeah, working out the body is cool, but that's really a reflection of working out your mind. Do y'all know he married a Kennedy? He married Maria Shriver and all of that. And then after that, the third one goes into Arnold, the politician. So we went from athlete to actor to politician. Next thing you know, this dude is governor of California. He's the president of California for a minute there. They called him the Governator, which was a play on the Terminator, obviously. But if you listen to his interviews, he talks about how when he won his first Mr. Universe title, he walked around the tournament like he owned it before he even won. He had won it so many times in his mind that he felt the title was already mine. He said he won it so many times in his mind that he felt like the title was already mine. Think about that. Think about that. You know, and then he says when he moved on to the movies, he used the same exact technique. He visualized daily being a successful actor. He visualized daily earning big money. But I got all kinds of examples of that. Bruce Lee, You can find the letter that Bruce Lee wrote to himself, telling himself he was going to be a Hollywood superstar. Jim Carrey, he wrote himself the check for his first $20 million payday. He wrote himself the check when he was still living in his van. Muhammad Ali, he would literally name the round he was going to knock the opponent out in. He'd be like, oh, y'all might think it's all well and fine, but such and such is going down in 9. You know what I mean? Tiger Woods would visualize a golf course. Jack Nicklaus would visualize it. It is crazy. Jack Nicklaus would say things like, I never, ever hit a shot, not even in practice, without having a very sharp, in focus picture of it in my head first. Visualization, y'all. Muhammad Ali would use all kinds of different mental practices. I'm talking about affirmation. I'm talking about mental rehearsal. And of course, visualization. But what about self-confirmation? What about the most powerful epigram of personal worth ever uttered? Somebody give it to me in the comments. I am the greatest. I am the greatest. Why do y'all think we do affirmations every morning? Why do y'all think we do these visualization exercises? Y'all think we playing? Y'all think we playing? Every morning when I pop this on the screen, some of y'all be like, oh, it's time for me to get on about my day. You missing it. I know you're here for the training. You're like, oh, Hazik, you making Inc. 5000 lists and all of this, right? You making Inc. 5000 lists of fastest growing companies in America, and you was just homeless a few years ago. How did you do it, Hazik? I'm telling you. I'm literally there with you. I'm telling you, you should be ordering 10 vision board coloring books. You should be like saying your affirmations every morning. And then at lunchtime, you should use that affirmations toolkit and do it again. You should be rewriting your affirmations every day. You should be doing everything you can to reprogram this instrument you got right here. Do you hear me? I am the greatest. Can somebody give me that in the comments? Just for practice. See how it rolls off your tongue. I am the greatest, you know, and then you can add something after that. I am the greatest businessman in my family. I am the greatest salesperson in my city. I am the most popular entrepreneur. I am the greatest entrepreneur in my state. Maybe you feel weird saying, I am the greatest entrepreneur the world has ever known. But why not you? What the heck? Like what? Like, hey, somebody Google this real quick if you need a little extra power. Google John 10:34. Can somebody? I just had my son Google that joint. Google John 10:34. I'm just gonna leave that right there. John 10:34. Y'all promise? Just Google that joint later. Visionary leaders harness the power of visualization. You can't be a visionary without visualization, right? And then what happens is after they've got that vision so crystal clear, they're able to persuade other people to collaborate. They're able to persuade and magnetize other people to the dream. And now they're all helping to make the dream work with teamwork. So let's give you a blueprint real quick. Y'all ready? Let's give you a blueprint because visualization is a really simple tool that most people don't use. So you ready for step one? Somebody give me step one. Somebody give me step one. That's right, Ken. That's right, Taisha. Come on, Damon. Billionaire grind in the house. Let's get it. What's up, Gwen? Let's go. Let's go, Lola. Yeah. I am the greatest resource in my community. I like how you did that, Miss Connor. Let's go, Darlene. I am the greatest. I believe it, Queen. Desiree, let's go. Let's go, Miss Mandy. I am the greatest, Jacqueline. Let's go, Kenya. I am the greatest, Ebony. Let's go, Lola. I am the greatest, Melissa. Let's get it. Let's get it. I am the greatest entrepreneur. Come on, Alan. I'm the greatest entrepreneur of my generation. All right, here goes step one. Y'all ready? Here goes step one. Appreciate that, April. April, the only one that followed the, you know what I mean? So thanks to April, we're going to move along. Let's go, Michael Joe. All right, so the first step is sit in a quiet place. Take a couple of really deep breaths. Close your eyes and imagine the environment. You know, if you want to win a Nobel Peace Prize, like I'm going to win, maybe you visualize yourself making a speech. I remember one of Drake's lyrics. He was like, I never threw away that paper with my Grammy speech because I haven't hit the pinnacles I plan to reach. In other words, he wrote the Grammy speech before he even won it. Barack Obama, he wrote his nomination speech before he even won it. I meant, what more can I say? How much more how much more clearer can I make it? Right? All right, here goes step 2. Here goes step 2. Set aside a couple minutes a day. Maybe you join us every morning on Affirmation Nation. Maybe you join us every morning on Good Morning Millionaire. But set aside a few minutes a day. The ideal time is when you first wake up. Everybody's always asking me, why do we do this at 7:30 a.m. instead of 9 a.m. or 12 noon or 7:30 at night? It's because when you first wake up, your brain is in alpha state, right? So when you first wake up, right after you meditate, right after you say your prayer, or check it out, right before you go to bed, what do? You put yourself in a meditative state, right? You put yourself, you sit in that chair you want to occupy one day, right? I'm talking about maybe you're sitting in the office of your dreams. You got what I'm saying to you? I'm talking about what is it that you want to pour into your future? That's what you're doing right now, You're pouring into your future. You got it? You got it? Here's the third step. So you get in a quiet place, you make yourself comfortable. Here's the third step. You visualize using your 5 senses. You use your 5 senses to make the power of visualization explosive. I'm talking about if you're on your yacht, you can hear the seagulls. You can smell the water. You can hear the waves crashing. It's so bright, the sun is making you glint a little bit. You got me? You feel the boat bouncing on the waves. Am I right? You smell the food as the chef brings it out. Huh? Isn't it amazing how a smell can trigger a memory? Well, here's the beauty of your subconscious mind. It can't tell the difference between imagination and memory and the moment. You got me? It can't tell if you're imagining. It can't tell if you're remembering. It can't tell if you're experiencing. It could be imagination, a memory, or the moment. Your subconscious mind can't tell. So I dare you, combine the elements of sight and sound and smell and taste and touch and visualize achieving optimum outcome, ultimate outcome. What kind of lifestyle would you like to have? Think of the house you want to wake up to. Think of the things you want to see around you. Think of the kind of ambiance that has to define this life you want to live personally. Think about what are the details of this life you want to live professionally. I dare you consider it. When you're mentally living in that world, your mind is going to push you to achieve that in real life. Am I making sense? Here's the next step. Millionaires, emphasize the means and processes. Emphasize the means and processes, not just the ends. This is where a lot of people mess up. Okay. Yeah. You're gonna have this high rank at the end of the month. You're gonna get a promotion at the end of the month. Yeah, but how are you gonna do it? You're gonna find your visualization becomes that much more powerful when you're not just visualizing the extra income, this check, visualizing yourself logging in, seeing that bank account balance. I get it. But also, what if you visualized yourself making 10 calls and then putting your pen down? Let's say your business, let's say the income producing activity for your business is reaching out to contacts, creating strategic alliances, but you're having issues making the calls you owe yourself every day. What if you visualize it in advance? What if after you see your dream world, you try to see the path that's going to get you there? What if you identify the milestones in a path where you can create a blueprint mentally and then go step by step to solidify those means? Develop the attitude first, and then the rest is going to follow you. Don't focus on too many goals at one time. That's why you can't focus on too many goals at one time. You can't chase 2 different rabbits at one time. The human mind is effective when you focus on just one thing. After you acquire that one habit effectively, where now you visualize it so you feel weird if you don't make these calls every day, staying with phone-based businesses, staying with businesses where phone calls have something to do with the income, but you can apply this to anything. After you get that one habit going effectively, you can start visualizing acquiring a different one. Now maybe you're visualizing going to networking events, leaving with 5 business cards that you wrote the notes on the back for each one of those contacts that you made and how you're going to send them business, whatever. Here's the next step. Y'all with me? Here's the last step, y'all. Retain that blueprint in written format. Be clear about what it is you want. Revisit and review that thing. I was telling some of my mentees earlier this week, Don't just write your goals down. Here's the secret: rewrite your goals. So somebody say rewrite. Somebody say rewrite. This is a powerful thing. I'm talking about a pen and a pen. They used to think you were a wizard because you could read and write. They're like, how are you looking at them shapes and getting that meaning from it? And how are you? I'm talking about there's some mysticism in that. When that big book about entrepreneurship, hey Damon, when that joint say write it and make it plain, what I'm saying is the write it part, yeah, but the make it plain, that comes from rewriting it. That comes from, it's talking about making it really simple so you could dig it, but revisit these words, review these words, use concrete words, use visuals that'll help you retain the vision for a longer time, that'll help you visualize effectively. Visualize this thing you want, see it, feel it, believe it, make your mental blueprint, and then start building. Somebody say, if the mind can conceive it and the heart can believe it, you can achieve it. You hear me? I think that's Jesse Jackson that said that. Y'all remember Jesse Jackson? If the mind can conceive it and the heart can believe it, then you can achieve it. All right. Was this helpful, y'all? Y'all get something out of this? Y'all get something out of this? Scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest. Did you get something out of this? Did you learn something? Did you pick something up that you're going to use? Because check it out. If you did, give some stars, give some likes, give some comments. I meant to be running this the whole time down there at the bottom. You can join our newsletter list and all of that. But now it's time to put this stuff to work, y'all. It's affirmation time. Let's get it. It's affirmation time. When's the last time you tried affirmations? Call in on the line right now. That's why we put this number up at the end every day. Some people be like, what's the, I keep missing the it cuts you off on the affirmations. Yeah, because we go crazy. And I don't want y'all to think I'm crazy out there in live stream world. We take our cool off. We put E in motion. You know how emotion, right? We put energy in motion. Don't even call in if you're going to be cool. You're going to be like, I am so happy and great. No, you got to be like, I am so happy and grateful. You know what I mean? Like, you got to feel it in advance. If you don't feel happy, guess what? You ain't got to give into that. You get to decide how you feel. All right, call in right now. Repeat after me. I am so happy.